last man standing match I think we've ever seen in wrestling. Huge returns at SummerSlam as well. This is, of course, SummerSlam's things you might have missed. Make sure you've hit the like button, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. We started off with Bianca Belair retaining the Raw Women's Championship over Becky Lynch. But of course it didn't end there. Becky Lynch shook the hand of Bianca, a nice little face turn for Becky Lynch. We even got a hug. And then we got a Bayley. Oh my God, we've been waiting for Bayley for months. She's back. And do you know what? This would have been epic all by itself. Triple H completely blew our minds at the start of the show because Bayley was quickly joined by Dakota Kai and Io Shirai, now going by the name Io Skye. So a little bit of a name change there, but do you know what? I'm just happy to see her. Becky Lynch went side by side with Bianca Belair. It looks like we're going to be getting a war over on Monday Night Raw. I'm all for this. I can't wait to see what Bayley, Io, and Dakota are going to say. Triple H making a statement, bringing back Dakota, securing Io Shirai. That's huge. And if you didn't know, both Bayley and Dakota have new t-shirts available right now on WWE Shop. And yes, quickly edit, Io Shirai also now has a t-shirt on WWE Shop. Last man standing was Roman Reigns, and still the champ. But what on earth? I've never seen anything. This was insane. Brock Lesnar flipped the ring with a tractor, lifting it into the end. Do you know what I could think? Imagine if you was one of those fans that paid front row tickets behind that flipped ring, and you saw nothing at the end of the main event. Oh my God, front row tickets are not cheap at all. We saw Wobbly Walrus go through an announce table. We saw Austin Theory attempt to cash in, but he didn't. So he still has the Money in the Bank briefcase. That's crucial there too. We got a rare glimpse under a WWE ring. Honestly, nothing too exciting. No hornswoggle. But it was Roman Reigns burying Brock under all the rubble. And Roman Reigns finally got the 10 count needed. Roman Reigns, last man standing, Roman and Drew at Clash at the Castle. He's back! Edge is back on WWE TV. Really epic entrance for Edge. This wasn't just Rated R Superstar. This was something even cooler. Look at the shirt. He stood side by side with the Mysterios. You got to give props to the Judgment Day though. Their entrance with this like Grim Reaper kind of thing looked epic. Now we did get a promo during the kickoff show for Edge. Obviously we've dissected these in the past. There's not much to talk about. We obviously saw the figure walking. You can clearly tell throughout all these promos it was Edge. The big question was, would Edge come alone? Obviously tonight we found out that he did. The light bulb was there. This was basically like a best of all the promos wrapped into one. I definitely think they changed some stuff up for sure. I mean, you continue with the promo and you see the candles. Again, this is a shot that we saw, I think, one of the first ever promos. And then we skip straight to the end where it said, obviously, I am coming. This is what we saw a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, we had no idea how it was going to finish. Yes, the props and everything was still there. Obviously, the hints that Edge of his previous opponents and stuff like that. But obviously, skip forward, we go through it, and we got this weird skull that later on, very quickly after a transition, set itself on fire. Insane. But of course, you can see Edge here very clearly walking through the smoke. And then we see, I am coming tonight. And he did. Obviously, going after his own creation, the Judgment Day. Sort of a new brood Edge. I think that's what I want to call it. That's the way I think it came across to me. Interestingly, if you look at the word night, this was definitely a Photoshop, like, computer edit, right? I mean, look at the other letters and look at that. They've definitely edited whatever that originally was meant to say because Edge wasn't on Raw this past Monday. And if you like Edge's new t-shirt, it's available now on WWE. I've already ordered one. I think it's brilliant. Seth Rollins did not have a mystery opponent. In fact, he didn't even have a match. It was, in fact, Riddle that came out and paid the consequences, taking another curb stomp from Seth Rollins. It looks like Triple H used this to try and make their eventual Clash at the Castle seem an even bigger deal, a more heated rivalry between Seth and Riddle. I'm okay with that. I just kind of wish we got clarification, because the internet, including myself, of course, we've been going crazy for the past couple of days, wondering if Seth would get a mystery opponent, if it would be Gargano, if it would be Bray Wyatt or Karrion Kross. No one. Kid Rock, the Hall of Famer, was in attendance tonight, and I can't show you what he did because it definitely wasn't PG. Logan Paul successfully defeated The Miz. I don't think this was a shock to much people, although he showed up, showed out. AJ Styles fighting with Ciampa through the crowd. Looks like their feud's going to continue for a while longer. Logan Paul, again, absolutely excelled, exceeded expectations. Twitter full of praise for him, rightfully so. And yes, you can clearly see what's wrote on Miz's trunks. I mean, I'm still going to go there. We need proof of that, Miz. I'm sorry, but we do. Now, of course, you got to give props to Logan Paul for that frog splash from the top rope all the way to The Miz through the announce table. That announce table got some action tonight, didn't it? A lot of people went through that. I don't know. Of course, Liv Morgan re-debuted the Blue Tongue tonight, successfully defeating Rowdy Ronda Rousey. Liv Morgan is legit. Of course, Ronda was working on the arm of Liv throughout the entire match. And of course, that armbar dangerous from Ronda Rousey. And yes, some people might say Liv tapped out. What the referee doesn't see doesn't count, okay? Let's remember that. Liv beat Ronda. That's all that matters. Liv Morgan is still the WWE SmackDown Women's Champion. Maximum Male Models has a new brand deal. I wouldn't recommend letting your kids watch that segment. I don't know what that was about, but that definitely was not PG, okay? Bobby Lashley successfully defeated Austin Theory for the United States Championship. Hopefully that's the end of their feud now. Hopefully Austin Theory's feud with Ziggler helps elevate him a little bit more. I think it's about right to take him out of this title picture for sure. Pat McAfee defeated Happy Corbin. Do you know what? Fun match. I love the fact he celebrated with Michael Cole afterwards, and of course, pissed off Corey Graves because, well, who really likes Corey Graves? He's a heel, you're meant to hate him, okay? I love Michael Cole as well, just cheering on Pat McAfee throughout the match. He was like a kid watching his dad. Honestly, it was great. We got to talk about Pat drinking that beer too. He chugged that thing down in literally half a second. Insane. That's sports entertainment for you. And Hell's Fire and Grimstone came to SummerSlam as Kane came into... Well, he didn't come to the ring. He was already in the ring. The mayor of Knox County gave us the apparently official attendance status. I don't know if this is legit or not, but 48,449. Awesome. And, of course, we got to give props to Drew McIntyre. Do you know what? That promo tonight was legit. Drew McIntyre, I've always said he's not feeling like he's up that level. Tonight, for me, he felt like he was at the level. Now, I've got to criticise one thing, and that's the Usos versus the Street Profits. The Usos retained the tag team titles. It was an okay match. I think we're definitely going to get the heel turn between Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits. I think the breakup's coming. But my problem was Jeff Jarrett. A lot of attention in the match was paid to Jarrett, and I think it took away from the action. This was not as good as their match at Money in the Bank. Let's make that very clear. That's my only critique, though. Yes, of course, we wish Bray Wyatt was there, but we hyped it up, not WWE. We got to be responsible. For that, I'll give SummerSlam a very solid 9 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Make sure if you aren't already, you hit the subscribe button. I'm totally out of sync with the damn... I don't know why I do graphics. I'm out of sync with all of it. Turn on notifications! I don't want to miss that bit. There you go. Turn it on. Make sure you've hit the like button. And I'll see you Monday for Raw.